Zhao Hua once said she hated kissing guys who smoke because it felt like kissing an ashtray. But you were the most outstanding pursuer she had. And what did you do? You lit up a cigarette right in front of her and arrogantly smoked 2 in a row. Anyone who knew they had money and status but still acted like a vicious male side character would have their mentality collapse. Everyone's eyes followed Su Qianqian, but more and more gazes also turned toward you, the male lead Yang Wei. You leaned lazily against the sofa, a cigarette pinched between your fingers, smoke swirling around you. Through the thin haze, you saw the boredom in Su Qianqian's eyes. Su Qianqian downed 3 glasses of liquor without even frowning. You slowly finished your cigarette. Su Qianqian scanned the room with a cold gaze and spat out 2 words. Again. The few girls who had wanted to stir up trouble instantly behaved themselves. Shen Man was starting to get confused by you. Su Qianqian was clearly about to choose you, yet you just wasted this perfect opportunity. Right then, a girl raised her glass, shook it towards you, and called out in a teasing tone, "Mu Dashuai, thanks for giving me the male god's WeChat. This drink's for you." Another girl joined in, "Mu Chen, I want the male god's WeChat too. Hook me up." You didn't even touch your glass. You just gave her a faint glance. The girl froze. Then, word by word, in a voice that wasn't loud but crystal clear, you said, "No reward without merit." The girl's face completely fell. She tilted her head back and downed the liquor in one go. The surrounding cheers instantly died down. At that moment, Yang Wei, who had been silent with a smile, suddenly spoke up. "It's almost curfew time." The drunken Su Chen immediately responded. A group of girls quickly gathered around Yang Wei, showering him with attention. In this book, once a cannon fodder male side character like you loses his usefulness, you're destined to be ignored by everyone. You wrapped your coat tighter and walked out of the bar. The cold winter wind stung your head. Thankfully, Shen Man kindly called a ride for you. She only left after watching you get in the car. You paid the driver, pushed open the door, and a blast of cold wind rushed in, making you cough violently. Your throat burned so badly you couldn't speak a word. You dragged your exhausted body into the elevator, unlocked the door with your fingerprint, and the moment you stepped inside, you couldn't hold on any longer. You collapsed with a thud, using the last bit of strength to close the door behind you. Everything went black. When you opened your eyes again, you were in the hospital. Your bro Doozy Tang, who had a stomachache, saw you wake up and immediately started scolding you. Mu Chen, did water get in your brain or did a donkey kick you? His words were harsh, but his actions were incredibly gentle. With a heartbroken look, he brought warm water to your lips. Your left hand was on an IV drip, and Doozy Tang had slipped a warm pack into your palm. Seeing you looking half dead, his eyes turned red. You had such a high fever you almost burned into an idiot. If I hadn't come at the right time, you would have lost your life. I carried you to the hospital all by myself. You realized you had just wandered back from the gates of hell. Listening to Doozy Tang's nagging, you actually smiled, your voice hoarse. "I'm hungry." Doozy Tang rolled his eyes at you, annoyed. "Stay hungry then." You forced out another word with your raspy voice. Doozy Tang could only angrily shove the thermos into your hands, then grab his bag to buy you congee. He walked a few steps but couldn't help turning back to look at you. Watching Doozy Tang's back disappear, you lifted the blanket, hugged your knees, and felt 1,000 emotions. You never expected to still be alive in this world. Back when you crossed over, you had just passed the civil service exam and hit a 200,000 yuan jackpot with your roommate. Just when you thought you were the chosen one, everything went black. When you opened your eyes again, you were in a new world. You figured you must have died from overwork. Staying up 3 nights in a row and getting too excited had sent you off. Grandpa must be so sad. He had lost his human ATM forever. That's right. Just like the original owner of this body, you were both pitiful kids whose parents died early and were treated as money trees by relatives. Your parents died in a plane crash too, but your fates were worlds apart. The original owner had a devoted aunt and uncle and an inheritance that would never run out. You only had a blood-sucking grandpa who played favorites, plus a shameless aunt and uncle. The house and savings your parents left were tightly controlled by your grandpa. At 16, you escaped that cage and grew wildly like a weed, never forgetting your parents' wishes. No matter how hard it got, you never put down your books. Right after graduating college, you heard your grandpa had cancer. You had no choice but to give up a high-paying offer and return home. It wasn't that you were some saint. You had simply promised your mom on her deathbed that you would take care of your dad. Suddenly, a sharp pain in the back of your hand pulled your thoughts back. The IV had run out and the needle was backing up with blood. You expressionlessly pulled the needle out with one hand and pressed hard on the spot with your finger. At least now you were a rich second generation with plenty of money and financial freedom. Whoever wants to be this miserable cannon fodder male side character can have it. From now on, you're only living for yourself. The next second, Du Zitung's loud voice exploded from the doorway. Chen, get over here and take your medicine. Though his mouth was merciless, he took perfect care of you during those 3 days on the IV. He even pretended to be your dad to get you 3 days off from the counselor. Loud rock music shook the car. Du Zitung suddenly hit pause and turned to look at you. Chen, stop being stupid and liking Su Qianqian. You met his serious gaze and nodded solemnly. Du Zitung immediately grinned. All right, bro, I'll believe you one last time. But he didn't know that this time you had truly let go. At the airport, Du Zitung waved at you vigorously, then turned and left, his back looking decisive and free. He quickly disappeared into the crowd. A scene from the book flashed through your mind. The original owner had distanced himself from such a loyal best friend, all for Su Qianqian. He was truly stupid beyond saving. The December air was dry and freezing. You habitually lit a cigarette. The original owner, like you, studied traditional Chinese painting. After driving for over 10 minutes, you arrived at Jing University's gate. The original owner had trouble sleeping, so he rented a place off campus, but he still kept his dorm bed for afternoon naps. You secretly breathed a sigh of relief. At least you didn't cross over too late. Although you had already formed a grudge with the male lead Yang Wei, it hadn't reached the point of no return. Thinking about how the original owner later insisted on moving into the dorm just to see Su Qianqian more, only to watch her and Yang Wei show off their love and torture himself into blackening, the corner of your mouth twitched. What a total idiot. Just then, someone in the dorm group chat said they had brought your book for you, so you didn't have to make the trip. You casually sent a thanks boss sticker. The original owner had always been popular. He was the sucker who kept buying things for his roommates. You locked the car. This sleek black beast actually looked somewhat low-key among all the luxury cars. Suddenly, someone behind you shouted your name at the top of their lungs. You turned around. A pink Porsche was stuck right in the middle of the road, honks blaring from the cars behind it. What the hell? Blocking the whole road like that? Did a dog eat their manners? Inside the car, Su Qianqian slammed the steering wheel in frustration. The passenger, Liu Yan, clicked her tongue. The girl in the back, Lin Yue, woke up looking annoyed and sat up. Su Qianqian glanced at her impatiently. Go to class if you want to sleep. Lin Yue got out without a word. Right then, the owner of the blocked car, Guo Xiaowu, clutching his stomach, ran over, grabbed the door, and shouted at you. Chen, quick, help me park the car. Before he even finished, he clutched his stomach and dashed toward the teaching building like a rabbit. You got into the driver's seat. In less than 2 minutes, you parked it perfectly, pulled out the keys, and got out. The jammed lane finally cleared, but the driver who had been blocked started cursing at you. You just looked at him calmly. He kept yelling while parking, "Don't think that just because you're handsome, I won't curse you out." You nodded calmly. When he finally saw your face clearly, he froze mid-sentence, swallowing the rest of his insults. At that moment, a pretty girl walked over with a smile and greeted you. Chen, are you in such a hurry to get to class? You nodded. She immediately continued, I'm not in a rush. Give me the car keys and I'll pass them to Guo Xiao for you. Seeing her sincere expression, you didn't think much of it and handed over the keys. After all, the original owner was a nice guy. People offering help was normal, and you really were about to be late. Thank you. Your hoarse voice, paired with your pale, sickly complexion, gave off an indescribable sense of detachment. She clearly paused for a moment, probably stunned by how handsome you were. You gave her a polite smile and turned to leave. She stared at your back, the corner of her mouth curling into a sly, triumphant smile. Inside the car, Su Qianqian's gaze followed you the whole way. Not far away, a cool-looking woman with a cigarette in her mouth leaned against something, waiting. You subconsciously looked over, your eyes unexpectedly meeting her bright ones. That gaze was warmer than the spring sun. You walked into the lecture hall for the public class. It was already full. Someone in the fourth row called your name, so you headed over. That's when you noticed Yang Wei sitting just one seat away. He was wearing a camel coat and smiling as he waved at you. Your roommate, Lin Mo, handed you an apple and asked with concern, "Feeling better from that cold?" You took the apple. "Much better, thanks." He looked you up and down. Your vibe seems different, even more handsome. Because you and Yang Wei were sitting there, many girls' eyes kept shooting glances your way. After all, one was the campus hunk, the other the department hunk. Guo Xiao slipped in through the back door, clutching his waist. He took out his phone, planning to message you, but seeing how focused you were, he didn't disturb you. The class passed quickly. You cherished this hard-earned chance to study. After class, Lin Mo came over and asked if you wanted to go to the cafeteria together. Yang Wei also packed his books and gave you a casual glance. Looking at Yang Wei's handsome, cool face, you nodded. You didn't have any hostility toward him like the original owner. In fact, you thought he was pretty cool. He looked aloof but was actually a warm guy. Unexpectedly, Guo Xiao was waiting at the stairwell entrance. He grinned and said, "Mu Chen, thanks for this morning. My treat for lunch." Someone quietly muttered, "I wonder if we'll run into Su Chen." Sure enough, as soon as you entered the cafeteria, you spotted Liu Yan and right beside her, Su Chen and Lin Yue. The moment you saw Su Chen, your steps paused almost imperceptibly. Yang Wei and Lin found. The job of cannon fodder is to serve as background for the main couple, and you were that unlucky piece of scenery. Liu Yan also saw you and shot Guo Xiao a provocative look. Guo Xiao immediately exploded and stormed over. You could only follow with a stiff upper lip. Su Chen's expression turned 3 degrees colder when she saw you with Guo Xiao. Guo Xiao spread his hands. Liu Yan replied with a cold face. The atmosphere instantly grew tense. Lin Yue was blocked by them, her icy gaze fixed straight on you. You subconsciously stepped aside, but she stood there like she was nailed in place. Su Chen looked at you, the corner of her mouth hooking up, but her tone was indifferent. You just gave a slight nod with zero extra enthusiasm. Seeing your cold reaction, her half-smile remained, but the chill in her eyes grew even deeper. From the corner of your eye, you noticed people around already secretly taking photos with their phones. With Lin Yue and Su Chen's presence, the tension was thick. The standoff lasted more than 10 seconds. You finally forced yourself to look at Liu Yan. "Sorry, could you return the keys to us?" Liu Yan reacted like her tail had been stepped on and snapped, "No." Su Chen also gave you a cold glance. You regretted it so much your insides turned green. How could you have casually given the keys to someone else? Guo Xiao immediately stepped up to protect you. "If you have a problem, come at me. What kind of skill is it to mess with Mu Chen?" And that's how our boy Mu Chen went from cannon fodder to absolute legend in one wild night. If you're loving this fresh take on the story, smash that like button, subscribe for more fire anime recaps, and drop a comment. Who do you think Mu Chen should end up with? Turn on notifications so you don't miss the next episode. We're just getting started. See you in the next one, legends. Stay awesome.